like this city's more than steel and stone. Soon your heart is gonna overflow. They push you back down, you get up again. Circuits freeze and androids.
Spectacular voice, amazing video, fabulous song. That, of course, is Scott Helman, up for 2 Juno Awards. Joins us in studio. Scott, welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You've been in Montreal for quite some time. I want to start with that. What brought you to Montreal in early February?
I just thought it would be a great place to start writing and hang out. Yeah.
Pretty inspirational city,
Some other
eh?
things, but you know.
Yeah, and you've got some friends here in Montreal.
Yeah, I mean,
as well,
all my
which
friends
is
go to
nice.
school here, so I thought, why not move here? And you know, I think Montreal is a great art scene, and it's a great place to hang out. So.
Let's talk about your musical beginnings, because it was really other people that seemed to have pushed you into a musical career. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think I was like one of those kids in high school or in elementary school that like I could never focus in class, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then I got a guitar, and it was like instant, wait a second, and I just couldn't stop playing the guitar. And then I just discovered all these great bands and these artists that changed the world. And as a kid, you're like, wow, man, like maybe I could try to do something even remotely as awesome. And so
I can relate to that. I found my mom's former boyfriend's vinyl collection at one point, and that's pretty much what you found, right? At a friend's place.
Yeah, it was Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd that really kind of like, I went, wow, like that's a whole record, and kind of lost my mind when I heard that record. And since then, I guess I just tried to make good music. So yeah.
Well, and you're very lyrical. I mean, you pay careful attention to lyrics. I mean, some of the other people you love with Bob Dylan, Neil Young, these are great songwriters, and I imagine they certainly inspired you to really work on the lyrical side of music.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to, be signed really young by a record label that, saw me as an artist. And I think when you're a young sort of, I guess, teenager, you want that respect from your people that are older than you, even though sometimes you might not deserve it. But I received that. It was like, hey, here's an opportunity to be the artist that you see yourself being, and we'll give you the tools, and that's really cool. So yeah, I guess, yeah.
Nominated for 2 Junos. Must be so exciting. I mean, when you heard the news, tell us a little bit about your feelings on that. That's so exciting.
I was actually at the nomination party, and they had me play Bungalow, and I was like, it was right before I went on stage. My keyboard player was like, kind of like opened the door, peeked his head, and he was like, "You just got nominated for 2 Junos, man." And I was like, and he just closed the door, and I was like, and then they were like, "Okay, you're ready to go." And we had to just play, and I was like, what's happening to me? And then I got off and did press, and they were like, "So, how does it feel?" And I was like, "I don't know yet. Like, it hasn't even sunk in." So, but yeah, I'm honored, and it's really cool.
Well deserved. And you got to play at We Day, which must have been pretty special. I mean, a day to celebrate youth. You're a young person yourself still. What was that experience like?
It's pretty cool. We Day is really fun, and it's really because you're behind a curtain, and then the curtain comes up, and there's just like, well, when we did Toronto, it was like 20,000 like stoked kids, and every time we do it, it's like the same thing. So that was pretty cool, and it's great to be supporting, just inspiring kids to sort of stand up for what they believe in, and I think it's important. So.
Getting a lot of attention for the album Augusta. Tell us a little bit of the inspiration behind that album. I know that home and where you came from is really important to you.
Yeah, well, I think like Augusta was such an interesting thing because I'd been writing for a while, and I felt like when I started writing that record, it was sort of like this accumulative thing, like all this hard work is starting to pay off kind of thing.
Right.
So there's songs like That Sweater that are from ages ago, like one of the first demos I made, and then we kind of tweaked it a bit. And then Bungalow was new, and Machine was new, and all those songs were kind of new. Summer Sweet was old too, and it just felt like all this stuff kind of like finally came together. And I was living on a street called Augusta in Toronto when I finished it, which was also the street that I played my first show and sort of like got my start as a performer. And I was just sort of lying in my apartment like, what do I call this thing? I was like, I guess I call it Augusta because it was this like the end of this experience and the start of a new one. So Yeah.
And Machine's going really well for you. You're getting a lot of great feedback for that as well. It must be fun to do videos like that too. What's that experience been like?
Yeah, well, when we did the Bungalow video, I was in it, and I realized like I don't like being in videos that much, just because I like being on the creative side of things and like being on the side of the director and being able to like see where things are going, and then also I just think I look goofy on camera always, no matter what. So. Yeah, it was really cool making that video because I got to really like be a part of the creative process, and the director did a great job. So yeah, that was fun.
Well, we wish you all the success here at Breakfast Television.
Thank you.
What a fabulous career you've had so far. Congratulations on the 2 Juno nominations
Thanks.
as well.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, don't go anywhere. You've got some exciting news to share in just a little bit. I won't give it away, but there'll be some more exciting news for Scott to share with all of his fans. We'll be back with Breakfast Television, of course, your headline news. We've got your weather and traffic. We'll be back with more BT right after this.
So close, taking off your clothes, taking off my clothes.